Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Shortcuts Ask Me Anything. Thank you for joining us this morning. Let's wait a little bit till everyone joins, and meanwhile, I introduce a little bit the shortcut and today's event. We are owned by the Startup Foundation. We are a non-profit organization dedicated to career transformation here in Finland. And we aim to help people build a meaningful career here and help them upskill. And we do it through various events and trainings. And this event is one of them. So today we are going to talk about the summer jobs, because this topic, I think, is new for many English-speaking people in the community, and they have many questions, and we decided to answer all of them in this Ask Me Anything. And today we have with us Escocia Nsuku. Escocia is business coordinator at City of Helsinki, and she knows her way around summer jobs, so we will ask all of our questions to her. Welcome, Escocia. Thank you for taking the time to be with us here today.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm trying my best to help.
Yes. Let's get started. And first question to you, please tell us a little bit more about your background and your work at City of Helsinki.
Yes, so as I said, my name is Escocia Nsuku and I work at Helsinki City. I started working at Helsinki City in December, so I'm quite new there. Before that, I was working in Lassila Tikanoja at LT as an HR specialist. And I've been doing HR work for several years now. I think it's about 7 years right now. Welcome to Helsinki City as a business coordinator. Our job is to find suitable employees to companies, and we mainly focus on those sectors that are suffering from labor shortage, such as health sector or restaurant or real estate, all those companies.
Yes, very interesting to hear. To cut right to the summer jobs. So what happens is first of all, not everyone knows that you already have to look for summer jobs in winter. So maybe we can speak a little bit about that. Like when is the latest time to apply? When is the good time to apply?
Summer job, usually most of the summer jobs comes out when approximately in January. So the best time to start looking for a summer job is early January. So and it's also because some work begins in late spring. For example, in May, some job may start already in May. So it's always a good thing to start looking as early as possible. But in early January is the best time.
Yes. So for those who have still not found a summer job or haven't even heard that they already have to start, so now is the time. I think February is the last month. So I checked a little bit on the websites, and it seems like until of February, it's still open period. But let's talk about summer jobs per se. So when I was discussing it in the community, I got questions like, are summer jobs only for students, or are they also fit for other job seekers? What they are? So if you can a little bit share on that.
Yeah, summer jobs are aimed at people who are looking for short employment. So it's for everyone. Why students are usually going for summer job is because they have studies to do, and summer is the time they have a break. So that's why mostly the students are the one who are applying for summer job, but definitely they are for everyone. So they start at May, and they end up and they last for depending on place, but they last approximately 2 to 3 months.
Right. And I know that traditionally summer jobs are offered by municipalities and cities as well as companies.
Yes.
So if maybe you can tell a little bit about City of Helsinki, what is offered this year, and what can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, City Helsinki offers summer job every year, and it start at the open start at in the middle of January, and it lasts for approximately 1 month to 1.5 months. I think there's still some summer job left. So if you're still looking for summer job in Helsinki City, you can still kind of go and find them. In Helsinki City, the summer job is offered for young people at the age of 60 to 29. So if you are 60 to 29, that is a suitable age for apply for job in Helsinki City. And there is a different kind of industry you can apply for job. There's a office position, there's a trainee, there's assistant, there's absolutely everything. So no matter if you just started your working life or you're already high educated, there should be something that you might find something there from Helsinki City.
Right. Then also traditional stereotype about summer jobs is that it's only non-qualified employment. So I want to bust the myth around this a little bit and ask you, like, do you think that there are summer jobs also for people with higher employment? So like more meaningful career.
I'm not sure if I get the question right. Can you ask it again? I'm sorry.
Yes, sure. So is it always, are summer jobs always like unqualified jobs, or is there also summer jobs for people with higher education, for example?
Oh, yes, there's a summer job for higher education also. So as I say, when, for example, City of Helsinki, if we have an age limit of 16 to 29, we have a different kind of level of education in there. So summer jobs are for those who are just starting out, who just finished the high school or haven't even finished the high schools yet, and those who are already really, really high in education and looking for something stable, but they want to start from summer job first. So yes, there is job for everything, for everyone.
Yes, and why I ask is because our community is mainly highly educated English-speaking people, and which brings me to my next question, which is about English. So many summer jobs posting are in Finnish, but I'm sure it's also possible to find jobs either with basic level of Finnish or with zero level of Finnish skills. What could be the good strategy to look for those?
Well, first of all, I would say you need to be very patient because when it comes to summer jobs, especially here in Finland, most of them are in Finnish. So you do have to do a little bit of research on your own, and you have to do a little bit extra work. For what I suggest is to call directly to employee and ask them for the place that you are interested in, because sometimes language skill may be needed. There may be need for English speaker, but they haven't write it in there in the paper. So just be brave. Call the employee, ask them question, and keep on calling. I'm pretty sure you will get there. Just be patient. I know it's really hard to apply job if you don't have the Finnish language skills, but you just have to do your best. But
Yes.
I suggest to call straight to the employee, ask them the questions.
Yes, this is a very good advice also because there are some jobs that are not posted, and
Yes.
even I think some employers decide if they see a good candidate, they decide
Yes.
maybe to open a position, and you can't find those, so it's good to be active. I think even going, like, when I didn't have a experience getting a summer job, but I did have an experience of finding a työharjoittelu when I was studying Finnish in government courses as a newcomer, and we needed to find this työharjoittelu. So what I did is I went to the place where I wanted. I just went and I said, like, can I speak to the HR? And I would like to make my practice here. So that Actually, first time he was not there, but then I went second day and then I got it. So
Yeah.
like Escocia said, like be patient and be assertive
Yeah.
and
And
strong.
and what should remember is that when we are applying, when we are looking for a job, we usually just go straight to the internet and go to the uh, one of the job applying services or the schools and look for the job they apply there. But you have to be active in other areas too. For example, some company open their tell about their summer job in social media. Some people don't, some companies don't even open any summer job, but they might have something. So if you ask friend of friend or friend of friend, they might know someone who have a uh, who are looking for uh, uh, for a worker. So be active, not just on internet, but talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to anyone you know that might be able to help you, because not all summer jobs are out there in open.
Yeah, that's true. Also, I wanted to say for those who listening now, I see we have quite many people watching us. So please, this is ask me anything. It's also your questions. So please post your questions in the chat, and I will put them to the screen and read them out so we can address your questions too. But a little bit more kind of maybe more a difficult question. So
Yeah.
about the contracts, what
Okay.
kind of contracts are typically there for summer jobs, and what like for those who are doing this for the first time, what should you expect? What should you not expect? What type of contracts?
Yeah, the employment contract depends a lot on which collective agreement you are in. So it depends on well, it depends on work, but there is some basic things you need to kind of be aware of to make sure that your contract is the right one. Well, um, before even well, the first advice that I would give is always to read your contract through. Make sure that everything that you read you understand, and if you don't understand, make sure that you to find out or ask or do whatever you need to do to find to make sure that you know what's in the paper. Uh, the following the most important thing that needs to be in the contract is of course your name and employee's name. So make sure that your name is written right. I have a really hard name, Escocia Nsuku, so I always have to double check that my name is right. And then you have to have a discussion on what kind of contract you're going to have. What kind of contract you're going to have? Are you having the fixed employment contract, or you have a temporary contract? When it comes to summer job, they're usually just a temporary. It might be for 1 month or 2 months or 3 months. And when it comes to Finland law, every temporary contract needs to have a reason why. So in your contract, you need to make sure that there is a written reason why this is the temporary contract. For example, okay, this is a summer job. There might be written down that, okay, this is the summer job. This is why it's only for 3 months, so on and so on. Then make sure that the working hours are right. The salary is right, and make sure they tell you the days of when the salary will be paid. Um, Termination period. Termination period for a full-time job for full-time job and fixed term contract is usually 6 months, but when it comes to temporary job, it can only be half the time of the length of the work. For example, if you're having that, I'm sorry, I have a cat here I wanna say hi to, but if you're having a contract of 3 months, so the termination period will be I'm sorry, not the termination period. I mean um, I don't know how to call it in English. I forgot the name in English. Um, Koeaika?
Go ahead and finish. I think in the contract
Koeaika.
it's finish. Yeah.
Koeaika, yes, koeaika.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So it shouldn't be more than half the length of your employment. So if the contract is for 3 months, that means the koeaika is 1.5 month max. And then if you have read everything off and everything looks right and you agree with everything, then you are free to sign the paper. And always make sure that you get the contract in paper.
These are very good tips, I think, especially for those starting summer job for a first time. So make sure you follow these guidelines. And so this kind of also brings me to the question about that I think is like one of the most important ones for many of those watching. So is it first, what kind of impact summer job has? Like, is it good to mention on the resume? And second, what steps can you possibly take so that summer job turns into longer employment?
I don't know if there's any extra step than working really hard to make sure that summer job come into a full-time employment, but yes, the summer job is really good a stepping point for full contract if you find out that that's the job you want to do. And I think summer job is also good to kind of test the ground if you're not sure about the study you're studying, or how can I say this? If you're not sure about the studies you're studying, you're not sure if what kind of job you want to do, summer job is usually the good place to start and see if you like the job. And how to make it a longer, well, that is just working really hard and be a good employee. That helps.
Yeah. I think summer jobs are this kind of like put your foot in the door kind of
Exactly.
jobs.
Yes.
Yeah, so also like it helps you to network, to meet people, to see what other positions are in the company, and kind of to make your way in. So it doesn't have to end at summer jobs.
Yeah.
Then maybe a little bit about the process of because you are like from the side of city of Helsinki, maybe you see a little bit how people apply for summer jobs. So do you have any type of tips about applying?
Tips about just applying. Be early. As soon as you find something that you like, go ahead and apply right away, because you have that advance that you were the first one. Of course, we always in Helsinki city, we always wait till the end of the well, if we have a summer job open, we wait until the opening end before we start reading the application. But it's always good to be early, and make sure that you write everything that we need to know about you. So all your work experience, all your education, everything. And if it's possible, call the employee. That's a really good, that always the extra step to do. And it gives a good impression, and you stay in people's mind. Other than that, I don't know. I think those are the most important. Be early, make sure that everything you want us to know that there is there.
Apart from of course network and hope to get long-term employment, in case you don't, what kind of things you can ask? Like, is it maybe a recommendation letter, or what are other good things that you can get from a summer job if it doesn't turn to a long-term employment?
Well, what else do you get from a summer job if it doesn't turn into? Well, you get the experience for first, and then yes, definitely ask for a recommendation so that you can use that for next job you're applying, uh, and always keep the um, always leave the work with a good term. That's also the good one. If you're planning, sometimes you don't know what future brings. So if you're in the future, if the company happens to have another really good place in the future, you can always apply again to that same place. So make sure that when you leave with a good impression.
Yeah, I think this is a very good tip, and I think in Finland it's very important in this, like, first steps in your career already show that you're serious, because it's very
Mm,
easy to treat these like short-term employments very
mm,
lightly.
yeah,
But actually it's like a small professional world, and it's
yeah,
true that it's very good to already start working as if you already are aiming for a long-term position. At least
yes.
that's my experience.
Yes, I
uh,
agree. I agree with that too. And it's always the same in every job, no matter how long or short the employment is. Always work as this is your this is the place you work full time and all the time.
yeah. We seem not to have a lot of questions in the chat. Please put some. So we have some comments, but not questions. Please put questions. Still, we have a couple of minutes with Escocia. But maybe if you would have some um, overall tip or overall recommendation about this topic, what would it be?
Uh, Overall tip would be just to take it um, makeup. When I first started to apply for a job, when I was still studying and I started to apply for a job, what I did was I did a plan. It was my
Mm-hmm.
yearly plan. Every year at December or January, I'll make a plan of what kind of job I'm looking for. Then I will go through the internet and try to find the suitable place for myself and make a list of them. Because when you have some kind of plan of what you want to do in the future. It doesn't have to be like in 5 years. It can be just what I want to do in the
Right.
summer. You're already half there because you already kind of have some kind of plan of where are you going. So make a plan. Be early. When you're applying, making sure you have all the information that need to be there. Make sure that you give a good impression. If it's possible, call the employee, and when you do get the job, do the best you can in that job, and before you finish, make sure you leave a good impression. I think with those tips, you will do fine.
Yeah, this is very good tip, and also it goes like we had earlier last year. I think we had event with our career coach Virpi, and she has this approach with career strategy. So this actually is a very good correlation to that. That don't treat as it just as one job, but treat it as like part of your long term plan with the
Yes,
career.
yes.
We do have some questions. I'm going to show them on the screen. Uh, Vasi is asking, when calling after the application, is it better to call the future manager or the HR department? And also, how soon should one call?
Uh, yeah, it's always better to call the manager, but you have to make sure that you have the right number and the right name. And sometimes there may be a name in the text that, okay, this is the person you can call. That's mean you can only call that person. So if there's a name, call that person only, nobody else. And what time is the good to call? I don't know if there's any time. I would say that call when it's needed. I will call before applying for the job. For example, I'll call to ask, to ask about the place, what kind of person they're looking for, what they're offering, and so on and so on. This call is not supposed to be interview, so this is not supposed to be the call you call to tell about yourself. This is the call to ask about the job, and after that, when you have called and everything, and you have sent your application and everything, and then after that, I will maybe call if you haven't heard from them for a while. For example, if you haven't heard them for a while, then you can call again. But I wouldn't call more than twice. Once before you apply, and the second time after the appointment time is ended.
Yeah, very good question. Thank you very much, Vasi. I think this is difficult for many people to understand, like when to call. So, rule of thumb: twice, before applying and then after. I think we don't have any more questions today. We can maybe start to wrap it up. Thank you very much, Escocia, for being with us today. This has been a pleasure, and I think it shed some light to the topic of summer jobs. I think I still have time for one question. I still have 3 minutes. Let's pick one more. So Omar is asking, how about a video introduction of the applicant? Will that be an advantage to be employed? Is it better than calling and take the employer's time? So I think Omar is meaning this video CVs that are now something new.
Yeah, video CVs are always a good one. And when it comes to calling, like I would like to kind of say that when it comes to calling, call only if it's needed. That doesn't mean that every time you're applying for a job, you have to call for that place. Some people, some places, they just don't have time to answer the phone, and that's okay. You don't have to be. Don't worry if nobody's answering your phone or nobody's nobody have a time to talk to you. That's okay too. But when it comes to video CV, I think those are a really good good things to do. You can always add a video introduction of yourself when you're sending the application, if it's possible.
Yeah. This is a new thing, so it was also interesting for me to learn about it. Yes, but I think there's still time to apply. We're still in the middle of February.
Yes.
Yeah, look out for those jobs. I saw quite many still. I was checking before this event today, so there are still definitely applications. So be fast, apply, use the tips that we have given you today, and please follow Escocia as a speaker and connect with us at the shortcut here also. We have next event tomorrow at 4. We will be talking with Business Finland about Talent Explorer funding. So if you have time tomorrow at 4, then see you again online. And thank you very much for everyone watching today, and for Escocia to taking the time to come and talk to us about this topic.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day, everyone.